Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Hey everybody, Colonel Steve here, and we are on vacation, and when we do that, we dip into the archives. That's the great thing about having, over 3,000 shows that you have access to. You can go back and revisit these, and they seem fresh because, number one, either you haven't heard them before, or number two, if you have, it's been a while ago, and it's fun to revisit some of these. So this one is really an oldie, but it's a good one. So it is, we used to play a game called Bourbon Millionaire. It was based on the game Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? And the same sort of format, and the idea was if you played the game, you wouldn't win cash, you would win bourbon samples from my collection. Don't do it anymore. It's just harder to do, and it takes a lot of planning, and then getting samples together and all that. I don't do any of that kind of stuff anymore. So we discontinued it, but it was a great concept. A lot of people were introduced to us through this. So, it'd be people I see that were into bourbon on Instagram, and I would invite them to come and play the game if I thought they were into bourbon. And a lot of people that we know now got their start with this. So, Renee Howe, first time she was ever on, we were playing, a game. First time that, Miss Becca Sue was to play this game. So this is Joe Ferarra. Joe Ferarra has been on the show all the way back to 2017, and that's when this show is from. His first appearance on the Bourbon Daily is this one. And, I kind of forgot about, this, that he had played that game, but he brought it up. There was a big gap in between time of me inviting him on and then this last time we had him on, which is just like within the last couple of weeks, he's been on the shows again. And he does a good job, and I don't know, sometimes people just drop off the radar for one reason or another, and Joe has always been a good friend and glad to have him back on. But he reminded us during the last series of shows that he did, he's like, don't ever play that one where I came on Bourbon Millionaire, because I crashed and burned on that show. And you know what? I'm going to play that one. That's exactly why I want to play that one. Some good fun with our buddy Joe. And here it is, 2017, Who Wants to Be a Bourbon Millionaire, featuring Joe Ferarra. Enjoy.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon, delivered to you Monday through Friday every week. We have a special Saturday edition today where we'll be playing Who Wants to Be a Bourbon Millionaire with Joseph Ferarra, aka Bourbon Aficionado on Instagram. My name is Chrissy Martin. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, the handsome, cool, awesome Steve Akeley, and that other guy, Evan Huskell.
Yes. Who? Boy, that was a beautiful introduction. I like the fact Chrissy has taken over and started writing the stuff herself. So,
I actually wrote that. Sorry, Steve. It's just the way I feel.
That's nice. So, Joe, you're joining us again. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. Glad to be here.
Yeah.
Joe's pretty cool. I think this guy.
Absolutely. He's been in the game a long time, so he's got a real chance here to go far in the Bourbon Millionaire game today, I feel. How about you guys?
He's going to get all 25.
I think he's going to get it. But I I think he's so well versed in bourbon that we're not going to be able to send him 25 that will impress him.
Well, he loves Evan Williams cider for one. So
who doesn't?
Yeah.
25 free samples.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
You can't go wrong, right?
Exactly.
All right. So, Evan, I think you had a question for us.
Yeah, it's just something, it's kind of silly, just kind of a fun question, loosen everybody up and eat up some time. But I've been, lately on my Instagram feed, I've been wearing my favorite hat. I have a favorite hat, and I just absolutely love it. It's from a local establishment called Marge's Donut Den. And it's this little blue trucker hat, and I've worn it so much that like the back it's a snap back, but it's taped together just at the right size because that's the only way. And I feel it's like a security blanket. I just absolutely love this hat. Do you guys have like a favorite hat?
I do.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, so yes. I went, baseball hats. I love baseball hats, but so many of them just don't feel right, Mm-hmm. You try them on, and then you find one that's finally good, and you end up sticking with that for a long time, like your donut hat there. And
Mm-hmm.
I got one when I was in Florida the last time, so we went to Sanibel Island. So my favorite baseball hat is my Sanibel Island baseball hat, and I wear it all the time, including right now. It's on.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Joe, what do you know?
Well, when I was doing a lot of painting, I went out and bought a beret as a goof. It's an artist beret.
Sure. Raspberry.
I actually like the way it looked, so I wear berets.
Nice.
Love it.
I get them from Amazon for like $4. I buy like a half a dozen at the beginning of the season, and just as they get worn out, I throw them out and replace it with a new one.
Sure,
because they're really cheap.
Disposable berets, nice.
Exactly.
I dig that. I dig it.
All right, send a photo of that. We'll promote the show with you and one of your berets. That'll be how we do it.
Yeah, I think I got one left.
Chrissy, how about you? I know you wear hats because you go to the Derby and that, but that might not be your favorite style of hat. Certainly, that's kind of an event type of hat. So, what's your favorite hat?
I have two go-to hats, actually.
Well, pick one.
Oh, she does have a hat that she wears all the time. I forgot about that. Your Kentucky
I have
hat.
two hats.
Nope, you got one. You got the Kentucky Kicks Ass hat.
I got two because it's me. So I got two.
Okay, well, let's move on. I answered for her. It's the Kentucky Kicks Ass hat.
Yes, the Kentucky Kicks Ass trucker hat, and then my New York Yankees ball cap.
The Yankees?
Do Yankees ball caps, do they all come with a red sore on the
Okay.
You know what? Never mind. Never mind.
Here's the problem. 50% of the audience has no idea what you're talking about. 25 percent are offended by what you just said. 1%, maybe just Chrissy laughed. So I guess that's okay.
But Chrissy laughed. So we all win. We all
know
win.
where it was going, and stop trying to talk about Derek Jeter in that way. It's just not right.
He's a Michigan man. He is. I love him. I just don't love him in that way.
I love him in that way. So
I know you do. So I'm worried about you. That's all.
All right. We drink on the Millionaire shows just like every other one. Let's start with our guest. Joe, what are you drinking tonight?
I'm drinking. I have a bottle of Michter's Small Batch Sour Mash. Here it goes.
Very nice.
Not much of a pop.
No.
Yeah. That was a big letdown.
Okay, hold on.
Hey! There it is.
He's good at the fake pop, so,
Yeah.
All right, I'll go next. I'm drinking David Nicholson 1843. These are known for their good pops. They got that nice thin neck, and usually you get a nice high-pitched one. So let's see what happens here tonight. That was kind of more deeper. Yeah, it's getting older now, so it's getting a little deeper.
Yeah, that was more deeper.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so deep. It's just so deep.
That's what she said.
Chrissy.
Is it my turn? Oh, it's Chrissy's turn.
It's Chrissy's turn. Chrissy, get it together.
Okay.
It's your turn.
Okay, I got it together. I am drinking Old Forester 1920.
Oh, nice. It was just a so-so pop. It was
So-so. It was so-so.
Oh, it's been opened too many times, so.
All right, finally, E, how about you?
That was a squeaker.
That was a good one. I like that one. That was the winner, I'd say, out of all of them.
Hey. That's the 1792 High Rye. I am really digging this bottle.
I have not had that one yet.
You hate 1792 bottles. How is it you happen to get that? Yeah.
I was at a store. I was actually hunting for some chef's collaboration for a friend of mine. And as I was reaching around in the dusty area, I saw they had
he did a reach around in the dusty area. That happened.
That story of my life, man.
This poor Dusty.
That's how I found some of my best. That's enough. But there was a high rye there, and I've come across a few of the 1792 bottles, but never really got bought into the hype.
I come across.
I'm giving the people what they want, Steve. So
Around. Let him finish.
so I grabbed it around the neck, and I put my hand firmly on the rounded end, and I pulled it off until I could get the juice out.
I'm blushing.
It's a good dream.
What
It's
happened?
a good dream.
All right. Get it together here.
That went in a way different direction than you guys usually go.
Oh, God. All right.
This is what it is.
We're going to take a break. And when we come back, we're going to get serious because Joe's going to be in the hot seat. He's going to be playing Who Wants to Be a Bourbon Millionaire. See you on the other side. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of Executive Bourbon Steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your Executive Bourbon Steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your Executive Bourbon Steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
Je m'appelle Jess Rubin, et vous écoutez le Bourbon Daily. Steve likes hearing me read in French. He's a bit of a weirdo.
All right, and welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. We now have Joe in the hot seat getting ready to play Who Wants to Be a Bourbon Millionaire? Steve?
Yep. So, Joe, you've Steve? Joe, you've listened to the show before, right?
Since episode 1.
Okay, so you know what this game's all about. It closely mirrors Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, but the difference is you're playing for bourbon as opposed to cash. So with each correct answer that you get, you win a free sample, and there are 15 questions. If you get all 15 right, we give you a bonus. On top of the 15 that you'd win, we give you 10 more, so you win 25 samples potentially here tonight. Now,
If you get one wrong, though, you do lose, and you can walk away with nothing, though there's 2 plateau spots. So if you get 5 right, you lock that in, you get 5 samples no matter what happens from that point forward. Same thing with 10. We'll give you some help along the way, too. You get 3 helps. You get a 50-50. You can ask a studio audience member, so that's either Chrissy or Evan, or you can poll the audience, and both of them will weigh in via text to me what they think the correct answer is. All are multiple choice, and you can talk these things through. It's not final till I say, is that your final answer, okay?
Okay. Guess what I text Steve when my choice is D.
What?
Never mind.
It's even carrying over into the game now. Jeez. All right, with that, Joe, are you ready to go?
I'm ready.
Okay, we do not do a practice question. You just jump right in. So this is live. Here we go. Question number 1. What distillery introduced a small batch collection in 1993 and sent their master distiller and a team out on the road to promote it? Was it A, Jim Beam, B, Wild Turkey, C, Heaven Hill, or D, Buffalo Trace?
Okay, I'm going to guess without using a lifeline because I'm pretty sure I know what it is.
Okay.
And if I go home, I'm never going to talk to anybody again on Instagram. But I'm going to go with Buffalo Trace.
D, Buffalo Trace is your final answer?
That's my final answer.
Joe, I'm sorry, the game has ended.
It was practice question.
It was Jim Beam.
Drinking. I wasn't supposed to drink.
Well,
that was the problem.
Oh my God, I like you more.
I want to do over.
That should be a practice question.
No. We don't have to put this one on the air, right? The show?
Oh yeah, this is gold. Are you kidding?
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
This is very ingratiating, though. You know, people are gonna love you even more than they already did. So
Thanks.
this is good for your brand, I think.
Yeah.
When I get off the air with you guys, I'm going to hit my head on a point.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that wraps it up. Unfortunately, Joe, you walk away with nothing,
You know what?
and we do have to now yell all 3 yell shame at you. So please let's do that. Shame.
Yell shame too.
I'm not participating.
Steve, don't you think that shouldn't Joe have to send you some samples?
He should, yes, because this comes out of my personal collection. So yes.
Yeah.
That was nowhere in the contract.
All right, Joe. Where can people find you if they're looking for you out there?
They
I'm
can
sure
find me on
they want to
Instagram.
talk to you. So let's
With
get
his
that
head buried in the sand, that's where.
Yeah, I've got like 260 followers. They're all going to like unfollow me after this. Anyway, I'm at Bourbon
I
Aficionado.
will.
Thanks. And on YouTube, in a few weeks, I'll be. I have a channel called Bourbon Aficionado.
Okay, great.
Starting.
Chrissy, how about you? Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at a little dab of bourbon. My website at a littledabofbourbon.com. Running the Bourbon Daily Instagram account page, whatever you want to call it.
Steve, you're next. Okay, thank you, Chrissy. I am on Instagram or Twitter at Steve Akeley. You can also check out my website, steveakeley.com. Also, Joe is here today with us because of the ABV Network crew. And so definitely check that page out and see what's going on. Put that hashtag ABV Network crew in your profile, and you are eligible for prizes. And actually, that's how we're picking people to come on the shows, too, from this point forward. So good stuff can happen. All right. E, how about you?
Well, you know what? I haven't even finished the drink that I poured in the first segment. So, hold on. I'm going to have a quick sip of that. Oh, that's tasty. You can find me on Instagram at Evan Haskell.
All right. Chrissy, anything else to say before we get out of here?
Yeah, we would love to hear from our audience. So please give us a 5-star review if you think we're 5-star worthy. I think we are. So that includes your comments. It really helps us in marketing the show, and your feedback really motivates us and gives us direction.
All right. So thanks so much for joining us today. We'll have a great show back on Monday. Looking forward to that. Take care, guys. See you.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Peace!
Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing.
The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.